If you're running a business, you know the drill. You've got this digital juggling act going on, a whole mess of separate tools that, let's be honest, barely talk to each other. Well, today, we're going to look at how a single, unified system can take all that chaos and turn it into a seriously powerful, streamlined operation. Let's jump in. So, does this question hit a little too close to home? Yeah, for a lot of us, the answer is a big, resounding yes. We've all been there, right? A plugin for this, a third-party dashboard for that, and like a dozen different logins just to try and see the full picture. It kind of works, but it feels fragile, super inefficient, and you know it's just being held together with digital duct tape.
And this is what that patchwork really looks like. It's a digital Frankenstein's monster, really. A bunch of systems that were never meant to speak the same language, all stitched together because you had to make it work. And the result? A ton of manual work, constant inconsistencies, and an operation that always feels like it's one step behind. Okay, so we've all agreed the patchwork problem is real, but what if you could just move beyond it? That's what we're digging into now. We're talking about a huge shift away from these cobbled-together tools and towards a single, elegant infrastructure that actually works for you, not against you.
This comparison really lays it all out, doesn't it? It shows the two completely different worlds. On one side, you've got the disconnected, manual, and slow reality of most systems, but on the other, that's the goal. Fully integrated, automated, and totally seamless, where everything is perfectly aligned with your brand. We're not just talking about a little improvement here. This is a whole new way of working. So how do you make that jump? Well, it all starts with building an integrated command center, and it's powered by two key pieces of technology we're about to break down: W.I.S.E and NEXUS. Let's start with NEXUS. This is the big picture, the central hub for absolutely everything. The source material calls it the bridge of your digital starship, and honestly, that's the perfect way to think about it. It's the one place where you monitor, manage, and optimize every single part of your digital presence. And you know, if NEXUS is the starship, then WISE is its incredibly powerful engine. WISE stands for Website Integrated SEO plus Editorial, and it's the AI brain that lives right inside NEXUS. It's so important to get this. This isn't just another AI writer you bolt on. It's a complete editorial system built from the ground up to create amazing, perfectly optimized content.
Now, this is where it gets really cool. Because WISE and NEXUS were built to work together from day one, they create a workflow that is completely seamless. So let's follow the journey of a single piece of content, from just a spark of an idea to a fully tracked, published article, all without ever leaving the system.
So check out this flow. Step 1, it all starts with a simple conversation. You literally just chat with W.I.S.E to brainstorm and figure out your content idea. Step 2, the AI engine takes over, writing the full-length SEO-optimized article right then and there. Step 3, you see a full HTML preview and publish it with a single click. And then, step 4, and this is the game changer, the second it goes live, NEXUS is already tracking its performance. Live analytics, engagement data, everything you need. It's a perfect closed loop. And this quote from the source material just nails it. It's not a bunch of handoffs between different clunky tools. It's one smooth, continuous pipeline. This completely eliminates all the friction and just massively speeds up the entire content process. Okay, so we've seen how slick the workflow is. Now, let's put on a different hat for a second. Let's look at this from the perspective of a chief operating officer. For a COO, this isn't just about cool tech. It's about a huge operational goal: reducing friction and unlocking efficiency across the entire company. Take brand consistency, for instance. Inside NEXUS, you have a centralized media library that plugs directly into the W.I.S.E content engine. What does that mean? It means every image, every visual your team uses is guaranteed to be approved and on brand. The system just handles it automatically. No more hunting for assets or using rogue visuals.
And why is that level of consistency so important? Well, get this. A staggering 94% of B2B buyers say that credibility is the single most important thing on a website. So that high-quality, brand-aligned content that W.I.S.E helps you create, it's not just a nice-to-have. It's absolutely essential for building the trust that actually grows your business.
So for any operator or executive, the bottom line is this: a unified system frees you up from that endless, soul-crushing task of managing a dozen different tools. And all that time and energy can go back where it really matters, on strategy and on actually driving growth.
So where does all this leave us? Well, the promise of this kind of unified technology isn't some sci-fi concept anymore.
The future of digital operations is already here, and believe it or not, it's more accessible than you might think. And this is a really key takeaway today. The power of a fully integrated AI-driven platform like NEXUS is no longer just for billion-dollar corporations. This level of operational power is now accessible to any business, no matter your size, that's serious about winning in the future. If anything you've heard today has sparked your interest, the next step is pretty simple. We really encourage you to go visit InterGlobal's website. You can get a much deeper look at the NEXUS control dashboard and see exactly how these tools can be put to work for your business. And that brings us to our final thought. Just for a moment, forget about the limitations of your current patchwork of tools. Instead, just ask yourself this. With a truly unified command center at your fingertips, what could you and your team really build?